Four sides remained in the AFC Champions League, and tonight's first semi-final is an all-Saudi affair as two Riyadh rivals go head-to-head. It's Al Nassr taking on Al Hilal at the King Saud University Stadium in Riyadh for a place in the final towards the end of next month. Well, as you can see, not a spare seat to be had in the house. This is the home ground of Al Nassr. So good to see those supporters back in the stadium. Here's the way the knockout stages have panned out. Al Nassr came past Al Wada after a brilliant second-half performance at the weekend, while Al Hilal saw off the beaten finalists from last year, Persepolis, 3-0. Again, a second-half performance that won them the match. A couple of goals from Bafatibi Gomez, who continues his remarkable scoring run in this competition. Very warm night here, 29 degrees Celsius. Just a little bit of a light breeze. But these supporters have been in the stadium for a good couple of hours now and awaiting the arrival of the two teams. Chris Beath there from Australia is the referee tonight. Be a feisty one this. These two rivals, Al Hilal, have such a brilliant AFC Champions League record. Winners in 2019 when they beat Urawa Red Diamonds in the final. They've been runners-up twice. Can Al Nassr get the better of their local rivals and secure the bragging rights and a place in the final? It will be Saudi Arabia against the Korea Republic, of course. It's an all-Korea Republic semi-final tomorrow between Pohang Steelers and Ulsan Hyundai, the defending champions who beat Persepolis 2-1 in the final last year. That centralised game's been played in Qatar, of course. In previous years, we'd have two-legged affairs at the knockout stages and the final, but due to the continuing COVID pandemic, we are just down to one leg. There are the Al Hilal fans in the blue. They played at their home stadium on Saturday. A wonderful second-half performance to see off the challenge of Persepolis. Neither side have had a particularly flawless record. Did lose once in the group stage, Al Nassr to Al Wada, but they've won their last three. They've won their final group game against Al Sadd, then beat Teraktor from Iran. And as we say, a 5-1 win over Al Wada. Musharrapov getting a couple of goals in the second half in that one. Al Hilal have yet to concede a goal in the knockout stages. They beat another Iranian side, Istiklal, in the round of 16 by 2-0. And that 3-0 win over Persepolis coming on the back of their final group game when they were beaten by 2-0 by Al Ahly from the United Arab Emirates. Well, it was back in April that these sides played their group stage matches. Seems a long time ago, 6 months ago. It's been one or two personnel changes. Transfer windows have come and gone. Look out for the number 9 there, Abdul Razak Hamed Allah. Here's the early stages of the Saudi Pro League at the moment. Both these sides have got a long way to go. The league did start quite a while ago, but there are lots of breaks in the Saudi League for various reasons. Both teams have played just 6 league matches so far. Hamed Allah has already got 3 goals to his name. Five goals in the Champions League for the man from Morocco. Pereira there was outstanding in that game at the weekend. Musa Marega, another player making his first season's bow at Al Hilal. Most of these players will know each other well. A lot of the Saudi players play for the national team. There's another player that was really outstanding at the weekend, Salem Al-Dasari. Scored a great opening goal in that match against Persepolis. And certainly he, Pereira, Marega and Gomez will be a real handful tonight for the Al Nassr defenders. Well, the noise levels will go up. They've been waiting in anticipation for a long time for this. The fans of Al Nassr and Al Hilal could only watch on from home when we played the group stages behind closed doors. But the fans are back as some sense of normality starts to return, not just to football but to life in general around the world. And let's hope that this is a thing, the sign of things to come. And the added incentive for these two teams tonight is that the final will be played in Riyadh. So one of these teams will play in front of potentially a home crowd. It's an atmosphere we haven't heard in a long, long time. Al-Balahi was excellent again at the weekend alongside Jang in the back for Al Hilal. You certainly would say that on paper, perhaps with their pedigree in this competition, they would be favourites, but this is a one-off match. It's a semi-final. There's a place in the final up for grabs, and Al Nassr are going to want to play their part in what should be an entertaining game, and hopefully a game that is full of goals as well. Both the teams first line up. The new way to show your appreciation these days. No handshakes. Just the round of applause before the teams will break for their team photos. Blue power, the slogan for Al Hilal. They were certainly powerful in that game against Persepolis at the weekend. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Al Nassr make just the one change after that big win over Al Wada. It's at left-back as Ali Lajami replaces Mohamed Kassam. Abdullah Madu is the captain. Anderson Talisca was added to the squad in August. Jaladin Marsharipov was also added recently. He scored twice in the quarter-final win. He'll play out wide, Talisca in the middle, with Hamdallah as the lone striker, looking to add to his 5-goal tally already this season in the competition. The match officials are from Australia. Chris Beath is the referee, was in charge of the recent internationals between Syria and Lebanon and UAE and Iran. He also officiated at the Tokyo Olympics, including the gold medal match between Brazil and Spain's under-23 teams. VAR as well. Sean Evans is heading up the VAR team. Looks like we are changing ends for the first half. Al Nassr, I think, won the toss. Or perhaps not surprisingly, Al Hilal are unchanged from the side that beat last season's runners-up Persepolis. Jang Hyun-Sim and Al-Balahi were excellent at the back in that match. Pereira and Salam are both tricky characters to have. And for TB Gomez, you have a natural goal scorer at this level. He scored twice in the quarter-final to add to his already impressive tally. 4-2-3-1, similar formation for Al Hilal tonight. They're the substitutes available to both coaches. 5 substitutions still being made, of course. Listen to the atmosphere. Great for the players to be playing back in front of supporters after so many games behind closed doors. "90 minutes, potentially extra time and penalties. Who is going to come out of the gates quickest? This is going to be a fantastic 90 minutes, and potentially more, as we say. So it is Al Hilal that get us underway straight away. Marega looking to get forward in behind the Al Nassr defence. There's a tackle from Lajami. Marega was claiming he was fouled. What a start that would have been inside the opening 10 seconds. Al Hilal maybe setting out their intentions right from the off. Lajami had to get that right. He just got enough on the ball. What a start that would have been, and what a story that would have been. Well, they have had a quick look, VAR, there was no foul. As you saw, he did play the ball, Lajami, but Marega is a real handful. He showed that at the weekend. Now Al-Nassr at the other end. Talisca with that familiar blonde hair in that central area. Jang Hyun-soo. Forward again, looking towards Marega. And there's a new man at the helm of Al-Nassr. Pedro Emmanuel was appointed just a couple of weeks ago. It was his first game in charge against Al-Wahda in the quarter-final. Leonardo Jardim, the Portuguese, in charge of Al Hilal, another man who took charge on the 2nd of June. So neither of these coaches were in charge for their respective teams' group stage campaigns. Emmanuel and his coaching staff only arrived in Riyadh a couple of weeks ago. A little bit too long for Nassr over on that far side to keep the ball in play. It is a first ever meeting in the Champions League between these two, but of course they have such a rich league history. 48 times since the mid-2000s. It's always been Al Hilal, though, that's come out on top. 28 wins in the last 48 matches, only 11 for Al-Nassr. But this is Asia's premier club competition, and past records very much go out the window. 6th time that Al Hilal have been in the semi-finals. It's an all-time record. Made the final in 3 of their previous 5 semi-final appearances. Al-Mawaf made some important saves at the weekend in that game against Persepolis to keep his goal intact. 2 clean sheets in 2 knockout round matches now for the Al Hilal goalkeeper. Over comes the ball, goalkeeper missed it completely, tucked away by Gomes. And back in again by Talisca. But over the top, and a chance for Al-Nassr just for a second. 1 or 2 little jitters around maybe at the back for the goalkeeper. It was Abdullah, the captain, that got the header on it, just a fingertip on it from Al-Mawaf. Al Hilal are just 1 place higher in the league than their opponents at the moment. Here's Marega trying to get him behind once again. Good ball across. Gomes wasn't quite far enough forward. Sharapov back deep in his own final third. No foul. Sharapov goes out off Abdullah. So Pereira had a great game at the weekend. He was playing in the Premier League last season with West Bromwich Albion. That's a nasty challenge, which is going to earn Jang Sung-hoo a telling off here from the Australian referee. A tangle of legs. Talisca, the man brought down. Very much a local derby feel about this one. I think that's evident in some of the early tackles that we've seen inside the opening 5 minutes. Treatment for Talisca. The fans trying to out-sing each other as well. There were just under 15,000 Al Hilal fans in at the weekend. Stadium holds around 25,000 supporters. As you can see, there aren't too many gaps. Talisca's back on his feet. It's Lajami with the free kick. Nicely chested off by Marega. Talisca back on the field. He's a big favourite with the Al Nassr fans. You can hear the noise levels rise every time he gets the ball. By Al-Muaif, chested off by Salam. Al-Balahi forward, Al-Amari's header. Al Nassr did win Group D in the group stage. They finished ahead of Al Saad, Al Wadat and Fulad. Al Hilal have won the championship 3 times. They've won it once as the AFC Champions League. They won the Asian Club Championships twice. Back in 2000 and 1991 after a penalty shootout win over Istiklal. Good pressure from the captain. Salman trying to keep Ashulayem in the corner. Salman. Good ball from Al-Muaif. Good distribution from the goalkeeper. Nassr caught in possession. Hamed Allah. Brought down by Al-Balahi. Let's hope the game's allowed to flow. The referee could be all important. There will be 1 or 2 tackles being a local derby in a semi-final with so much at stake. Hopefully that there won't be too many decisions for the referee to have to make. On by Talisca, trying to play that inside Al-Barak, but he read the ball well and he wins the free kick. It's the 13th time that 2 Saudi Arabian teams have met in the AFC Champions League. It's only the 2nd time in the semi-finals, though. 9 years ago, Al Ahly knocked out Al Ittihad. So it's a first ever meeting in this competition between these 2 teams. 2 teams of such rich history in Saudi Arabia. Al-Barak. Al-Balahi. Gomez. Trying to play that little 1-2 with Salam. Nassr claiming that should have been a foul by Gomez. Nothing's been given. Just see Pedro Emmanuel there on the sidelines just pointing. He's a central defender in his playing days, Pedro Emmanuel. That's Pereira with a shot that goes well wide of the target. Played 75 times for West Bromwich Albion in the Premier League over a couple of seasons. It was the challenge by Gomez that went unpunished. can't keep that one in play. It'll be a goal kick. Al Nassr have won the last 2 meetings between the two sides, despite the fact that Al Hilal have got the better record in the overall head-to-head. Won 1-0 in the Pro League back in February, and also won 3-0 in the Super Cup in January. So those past results will count for nothing tonight, though it is purely a one-off game. Marega taking on Abdullah. Sharipov was back to get the challenge in. Another injury for Lajami this time. Nassr won 3 of their 6 group stage matches. Beat Al Sadd, Fulad, and then Al Sadd again in the final group match. It's Pereira, Gomez trying to feed it back in towards Salam. Away by Al Ghanam. Given away cheaply though, Salman. Al Burak. Down the line for Marega to chase. Lajami going with him, gets his foot around the ball, it comes off Marega. He played a lot of his career in Portugal, Musa Marega, before joining Al Hilal. For Maritimo, FC Porto and Guimarães, actually scored in the Champions League, the UEFA version, for Juventus last season, against Juventus rather last season. Here he is again, Marega. Salman. Nassr. Pereira. Salem with a shot on the turn. He took matters into his own hands with that great goal to open the scoring in the game at the weekend. He's been at Al Hilal pretty much all his career, Salam Al-Dasari. Had a short loan spell at Villarreal. La Liga, made 1 substitute appearance for them. That was against Real Madrid 3 years ago. Scored in both of the knockout round matches so far. Burak will take the throw. In terms of top goal scorers, the Al Dahale striker Michael Alunga is still top 9 goals he scored in the group stages, despite the fact Al Dahale didn't make it through to the knockout stages. Gustavo from John Book Hyundai Motors is on 8, and Baftimbi Gomez is playing for Al Hilal tonight, he's on 6. So he needs another 3 to try and challenge for the top scorer. Abdul Razak Hamdallah is the top Al Nassr scorer with 5 goals. Lunga really did have a solid group campaign. It's astonishing that Al Dahale with his goals didn't make it through from the western section. Foul by Salomon. Hamed Allah. Still 0-0 then, just over 15 minutes gone in this semi-final here at the King Saud University Stadium. These two city rivals, nothing to choose between them, not too many chances early on in the opening quarter of an hour. Abdul Salam. Abdullah. Cut out by Al-Balahi. Salman. Kano. Hasn't touched the ball too often yet. Mohamed Kano in that holding midfield role. That's nicely played into Gomis. Nice ball back to Marega. The angle's a little bit tight for him. And he squeezes the ball over the goalkeeper. And Al-Hilal take the lead. Musa Marega on the mark. Well, it's his first goal for his new club, and what a time to score it in a Champions League semi-final. Lovely interchange of passes. First time ball from Gomis. VAR might just have a quick look to check that's off, not offside. Abdullah came sliding across, almost got the challenge in, but it's just looped up off the captain and taken it over the top of Walid in the goal. Well, it's unfortunate for Walid. It's the first goal of the semi-final. Musa Marega, the man from Mali, puts Al-Hilal in front, and it's those in blue that are celebrating early on here. Well, Abdullah will be disappointed having got across. It was unfortunate because the little deflection just took it over Walid. Hamed Allah trying to make room for the shot. Four blue shirts around him. Marega's first goal in the Champions League. He's already got a couple in the Pro League in the early stages of the new season. Scored on his second appearance against Al Tawan. With the ball across aiming towards Gomis. ...52 goals in 126 league games for Porto. Musa Marega scored 22 in his first season after joining from Guimarães, or joining from Maritimo, rather. Nassr with work to do here already to try and get themselves back into the match. Step forward by Hamed Allah. It was aimed towards Talisca. On by Abdullah. Ghanam just forced to backtrack slightly. Al-Amri. Abdullah. took Al Hilal until the 27th minute to break down Persepolis defences on Saturday. Needs to do it a little bit quicker here. Talisca. The referee will pull it back for the foul by Jang Hyun-soo. Just needs to watch his step a little bit, Jang. He's been warned a couple of times now by Chris Beath, the referee. Yeah, cleverly done by Talisca. Knew that Jang was coming, just pushed the ball out of reach, and it is a yellow card for Jang. Once he committed to the challenge, there was no pulling out of it. They want a yellow card already. 21.5 minutes gone. More importantly for Al Nassr, it's a free kick and a chance to try and put Abdullah Al-Muwaif's goal under pressure. Kept clean sheets in 3 of their last 4 AFC Champions League games, Al Hilal. Talisca and Hamed Allah are over the free kick. Everybody back behind the ball for Al Hilal, just trying to hold that line on the edge of the penalty area. It is Talisca, took a slight deflection, but it took the sting out of the ball as well. Al-Muwaif able to gather. He squeezed it through the wall there, Talisca, which will be a slight worry for Leonardo Jardim. Pedro Manuel before the game acknowledging what a massive game this is, and he said, I hope we're smiling at the end of the game as winners. And not some work to do here to try and get themselves back into it. Talisca, nice ball forward. Hamed Allah. Jang Hyun-soo just got his body in between him and the goal. Back towards Talisca once again. Cut out and played forward by Salman. Pereira, lovely ball. Gomes, Marega racing through the centre. Gomes has just been forced out a little bit wide. He's got Pereira now helping him out. Salam. Nassr. Netted away by Al Amri. Now Al Nassr trying to break at the other end. Musharrapov. Haven't seen too much of him in an attacking set so far. Jalaluddin Musharrapov. Away by Nassr. Musharrapov. Nice close control with Al-Burak in attention. Tries to play it back to Talisca. Jang Hyun-soo just able to let that one roll out of play. Anderson Talisca, the man who comes from Brazil. 5 goals in 6 games in the Pro League so far this season. Only joined in August. He did play in the group stages of the AFC Champions League, Talisca, for Guangzhou. Long range effort from Fatah. Well wide of the target. Shot count is level at the moment, but Al Hilal lead by a goal to 0. That deflected Moussa Marega shot. It just looped up over the goalkeeper, Walid. Gomes. Abdullah sticking tightly to him. Al-Burak. Salman. Gomes. Good play again by Al Hilal. Out wide by Kano. This is Salam. Got Nassr outside him. Pereira through the middle. Loves to get forward, Nassr. He's a good deliverer of a ball as well. Kano. Jankyunsu. Al-Barak. Back by Marega. Salman couldn't quite get there, well read by Walida, was quickly off his line. Runners up in 1986, Al Hilal. They finished second. It was a group stage competition back then. They finished second behind Furukawa Electric from Japan. 1987, there was a slightly strange scenario for Al Hilal. They were due to play Yomiuri in the final, another Japanese side, but due to the fact the Saudi Arabians had called a training camp for the national team, 8 players were called up and they were unable to put out a team, and the final was subsequently awarded to the Japanese, so they never actually got to play that final. Musa Marega's down injured here. This will be a blow if it is something serious, just holding that right ankle. A little tussle going on with Lajami. Well, he's won the ball, Lajami. There's an argument as to whether the angle for the tackle is okay. That was the ball through to Salman. If it had led to anything, I'm sure VAR would have pulled that back for offside, because he was just the wrong side of the last defender. Nassr reached the semi-finals last season. It was their best performance to date in the competition. They were beaten by the eventual runners-up Persepolis on penalties, a 1-1 draw in Doha. It's kept in play by Musharrapov. Goes out off Al-Barak for a corner. They've won almost half their previous 61 games in the competition, 30 wins in 61 games. For Al Nassr, they're just 8 short of registering 100 goals in this competition. And they could do with one now. They've got a corner. Trying to get themselves back into the game. Musharrapov will take the corner. 5 players in a little group on the penalty spot. Good header away by Kano. Salman won that quite comfortably. Now Gomis. Break on here. Has got Salam up with him. Trying to play that little reverse ball back into Gomis. Might get a second chance. Marega. Salam. Good challenge. Al Nassr will bring the ball away. Talisca. Musharrapov. Al-Salayem. Just open up for him here, Al-Salayem, still going. Al-Ghanam. Good ball across. Al-Mouef just got a hand on it, wins the free kick. A foul by Hamed Allah, who is a little bit surprised by that decision, it's fair to say. Was the ball in? Too sure that Hamed Allah did much wrong with that. There were 2 defenders in there. He seemed to keep his arms fairly close to his side, but the free kick has been given by the Australian referee. Some competitive challenges going in, as you would expect. Half an hour gone already. It's fairly flown by here in Riyadh. Al Hilal leading by a goal to 0. Musa Marega's goal coming on 17 minutes. Hilal having more of the ball in the early exchanges. Hence the more passes. Good ball. Talisca in behind. Hamed Allah just waits. Angle was tight. Couldn't squeeze it through. Might get a second chance here, Nassr. Driven back in again. Side netting. Fiercely struck by Anderson Talisca. Well, Muef made a save the first time, I think. I'm not too sure whether it hit the goalkeeper or hit the post, but the second one fizzed into the side netting from Talisca. Wasn't too far away. I say he's a man in form in the Pro League at the moment. 30 goals in his 47 games for Guangzhou Evergrande in the Chinese League. Gomez hasn't had too many sights at goal so far. Ten goals in 10 games in the knockout stages for Bafétimbi Gomis. More than any other player, you wouldn't be surprised to know. Here's Lajami with a throw then. Nassr trailing by a goal to nil. Musharrapov. Fatah. Musharrapov and Al Salayem just getting in each other's way and possibly summing up the way the first half's gone for Nassr so far. Musharrapov, another new face in the Nassr lineup, made his debut on the opening day of the Pro League season against Damak. Abdullah, almost caught in possession by Salman, gives away the free kick though. Just a little bit overzealous. The Al Hilal captain, Salman Al Faraj. It was just the reaction afterwards, I think, that earned him the telling off from the referee rather than the tackle itself. Salman gets a foot in again, away by Abdullah. Jang. Marega. Al Salayem. Al Amri. Fatah. It's a good header from Al Ghanam. It was hit with a bit of pace towards him. Fatah puts his foot down, stabbed away by Jang. For Al Hilal for 3 seasons now, Jang Hun-soo. Played predominantly in Japan and China rather than his native Korea. So he might have one eye on the second semi-final tomorrow, the all-Korean affair between Pohang Steelers and Ulsan Hyundai, looking for a second successive AFC Champions League win. Forward by Fatah, cut out before he could do any damage. Salman. Gomis. Defender was a little bit tight to him, played into his hands a little bit there. Al Salayem. Good work rate from Al Hilal at the moment when Nassr have got the ball, just trying to keep them pegged back in that final third. Fatah. Salman's working hard in midfield. Fatah. Al Ghanam. Talisca. Blocked by Jang, who, this is the want of the modern player, had his arms behind his back to prevent any penalty shots. Here comes Lajami. Struck it well straight at the goalkeeper, who manages to gather before Hamed Allah can snaffle up the rebound. A little bit more encouraging for Pedro Emmanuel. 9 Premier League titles won by Nassr. 6 Kings Cups, 3 Crown Prince Cups. 26 national top-flight titles across their career. It's been a great success story, Nassr. Founded in the mid-1950s. Al-Nassr is the Arabic word for victory, which is why there are one or two Al-Nassrs around in Arabic football. Abdullah. Angle ball out towards Al-Ghanam. Nassr knew what he was doing though. So the final will be played in Riyadh on the 23rd of November. Al-Nassr looking to use the long throw here. Kano's header. Here goes Salam. Up towards Gomez, who wanted it played over the top of Al-Ghanam, who will start things moving forward for Al-Nassr. Came off Abdullah. Lajami. Goal kick. Great record in the knockout stages. Al-Hilal lost just one of their last 8 at this knockout phase of the competition. Won their last 4 in a row, keeping 4 clean sheets. That's the task that faces Al-Nassr tonight as they try to get back into this one. Gomez and Salam just getting in each other's way. Abdullah. Actually difficult to tell which set of supporters are making the more noise at the moment. The Al-Hilal fans are outnumbered by Al-Nassr. Of course, this is their home stadium, but leading 1-0, they're making plenty of noise at the moment. There's another foul here and a bit of pushing and shoving going on. Al-Salam taking offence to the challenge by Kano. Marega just trying to calm everything down. Neither side will want to pick up any unnecessary cards, which, well, if you lead to a red card, of course, you're a man down, and that in a semi-final could be a key turning point. Marega's challenge, it was a foul, but not too sure why. Everybody's getting a little bit touchy. Kano robbed in possession by Hamed Allah. Giving away considerably more free kicks than the deciding yellow Al-Hilal. Back by Salam. Nassr have just started to have a little bit more of the ball in the last 10-15 minutes or so. They're looking to use this long throw again. It comes off Abdullah. Kept in by Hamed Allah. There wasn't too much space for him to try and wriggle down the goal line, but he's won a corner. Barak taking no chances. Second corner of the first half. Both have gone to Al-Nassr. It'll be Fatah to swing this one over. Again, that little cluster of yellow shirts on the penalty spot. It's over Talisca. Al-Ghanam needs a bit of quality on the delivery. Well, he had a bit of quality on the delivery. It came off the head of Al-Amri. It may just have come off his shoulder, but he didn't get any direction on it at all. It's gone behind for a goal kick. It just came off the shoulder of Al-Amri. Really disappointed not to have got a forehead on that one, because he might have caused Al Mouaf a few problems. Al Mouaf actually started his career at Al Hilal, then moved on and rejoined back in 2016. Made his 100th league appearance back on the 23rd of September, the Al Hilal goalkeeper. It's Musharrapov. Abdullah. Talisca. Al-Ghanam won't keep that one in play. I think the one thing Al-Nassr might be pleased about in the first half, they've managed to keep Salam and Pereira relatively quiet. They had a brilliant second half against Persepolis, those two. Pereira put several telling balls into the penalty area. It was a real handful. Here's Gomis. Salman. Here is Pereira. Can't bring that one under control, though. Goes behind for a goal kick. Musharrapov. Al-Salayem. Good footwork, Musharrapov. Al-Salayem just inside him, cut out by Kano. Jang plays it back to his goalkeeper. Well, Mouaf's ball, though, is way too far ahead of Gomis. Straight through to his opposite number, Walid. Strangely, these sides were actually scheduled to play each other in the Saudi Pro League at the weekend. Obviously, they were both involved in Champions League quarter-finals, so that match postponed. Marega. Caught in possession. Al-Salayem. Talisca. Nicely done to take him away from Jang. Fatah. This is promising for Al-Nassr. Talisca's just pulled out wide. Good block by Salam, getting back behind the ball. And he's not that known for his defensive prowess. Salam Al-Dasari. Al-Nassr finishing the first half strongly. Al-Ghanam away by Jang. Nice cushion header from Pereira. Gets it back from Salam. Stabbed onto Bafatimbi Gomez. Marega racing through the centre. Gomis looks up, plays it first time. Can't get it past Lajami. Great break out of defence by Al Hilal. Came to nothing, though. Hamed Allah. Final few seconds in the first half. We'll find out how much added time there'll be. There won't be a huge amount. Can Al-Nassr get back level before half-time? Swung it again towards Talisca. Jack Hyun-Soo's there again with a header. Another long-range shot goes wide. Hamed Allah claiming that should be a foul on Fatah. Salman that got across, and the referee saw nothing wrong with it. It's one of those, just went for the block. It's just a follow-through from Fatah, which caught Salman. Talisca just had the ball nicked away from him. It's been a bit frustrating for those in yellow in the first half. Minutes added time at the end of the first 45 minutes. Almost halfway through this pulsating semi-final. Gomez. Cano. Marega. Oh, that was a high foot from Lajami. And he'll do well not to get a card. He's going to get a yellow card here, Lajami. Oh, it's a red card! Straight red for Lajami. And Al Nassr down to 10 men on the stroke of half-time. It's red for Ali Lajami. Well, VAR might have a check to make sure it's the right decision. The Al Nassr fans are stunned here. They can't believe it. Well, he's raked the studs down the ankle of Marega. Well, it's reckless. His feet are off the ground, and I think when he sees that again, Lajami will realise that he's been rash in the challenge. Well, VAR can have a look, of course. It's one of the decisions that VAR can be used for. They are checking the red card to make sure that it was violent conduct. Leonardo Jardim is not a happy man at the moment. Al Nassr fans, or Al Nassr players rather, aren't happy at the moment either. Marega's still receiving treatment. VAR check is complete. The red card will stand. So Al Nassr are going to have to play the second half with 10 men. Al Hilal, a goal to the good and a player to the good now as well. No wonder their fans are jumping. Well, they were out in numbers at the weekend for the quarter-final, and they're creating a fantastic atmosphere here. It's the Al Nassr fans who are just stunned into silence at the moment. At the end of the first half, we've played almost 3 minutes added time. Well, Lajami's still on the field. Is that a turning point in this semi-final? Well, Lajami finally will make his way off. There'll be a bit of reorganising for Pedro Emmanuel. He's only got a few seconds to go before he can get his side into the dressing room. We'll see if he sacrifices someone, if he gets a defender on. It'll be Pereira to take the free kick. Well, there goes the half-time whistle. There was just time for the free kick. Al Nassr's players racing towards the referee. Well, they're not happy, as you can imagine. They're down to 10 men. They're a goal down as well, after Moussa Marega's deflected shot looped in over Walid, the goalkeeper. Al Nassr coaching staff trying to keep the players away from the referee. They won't want anybody getting into more trouble. But it's a semi-final that swung very much in Al Hilal's favour, with that sending off Ali Lajami for the high challenge on Moussa Marega. Straight red card from Chris Beath, the Australian referee. Well, we said it would be feisty. It is a local derby, and it is a Champions League semi-final. And at half-time, the edge is with Al Hilal. It's Al Nassr 0, Al Hilal 1 at the break. Halfway through the first of our two AFC Champions League semi-finals. That red card just before the break leading to a substitution here for Al-Nassr. Abdul Al-Kibari is the player that's gone off, and Abdul Rahman Al-Abaid is the man that comes on for the second half. The sending off of Valil Ajami in first half stoppage time for a high challenge on Musa Marega. It was Marega's goal that had earlier put Al Hilal in front. A little shot that deflected off the captain Abdullah, which sent the ball looping over Walid. Ahmed Allah just explaining where he wants the ball played as he tries to get his side back into the match. Al Hilal just going through their little training routine at the start of the second half. "45 minutes away from another place in an AFC Champions League final." It will be Al-Nassr in the yellow to get us underway at the start of the second half, and they are making a change as well. Al Hilal, Musa Marega unable to continue after that challenge at the end of the first half, and Yazir Al-Shirani is the player that's come off, so a substitution made by both teams at half-time. Just caught a glimpse of the Saudi Arabian coach, Renard, in the crowd at half-time. So plenty of the players on display tonight play for the national team. So we're underway. Al-Nassr kicking from left to right in the second half, needing a goal at least. Extra time and penalties if it's level after 90 minutes. Can Al Hilal take advantage of their numerical difference now? That's aimed in towards Pereira, well cut out there by Fatah. Free kick for the foul on Salah, right on the edge of the penalty area. Once again, Al-Nassr not happy with the Australian referee's decision. Chris Beef from Australia is the referee. Clumsy challenge from Al-Abaid, the man who came on at half-time. Because VAR did have a look at that decision to send off Lajami. So it is one of the things that can be looked at, violent conduct, straight red cards. Voted to uphold the referee's decision on that occasion. The players can't really have too many arguments if VAR have had a look. It's there to correct clear and obvious errors, of course, so they deem that the referee was correct in his original decision. Free kick here then for Al Hilal right at the start of the second half. They lead by 1-0. Driven into the wall from Pereira. He's going to go for a corner. Couldn't get the ball up and over that time. Pereira. There is the substitute, Shirani. Played every minute of the 6 group games. Did score against AGMK from Uzbekistan. 63 international caps, one of the experienced internationals within the Al Hilal squad. Pereira's corner swung in towards the goalkeeper, plucked out of the air by Walid, who will now look to try and get his side moving forward. Al-Nassr went out in the semi-final stage last year. Al Hilal winners 2 years ago. That win over Urawa Red Diamonds, a 3-0 win on aggregate over 2 legs. Good play by Al-Balahi just to shepherd that one behind for the goal kick. Leonardo Jardim, who took charge in June this year. So both these coaches relatively new. Neither was in charge for any of the Champions League group stage matches. They both came in afterwards. Pedro Manuel just a couple of weeks ago, replacing Mano Menezes, who was relieved of his duties after some inconsistent league results to start the season for Al Nassr. He was actually born in Angola, Pedro Emanuel. Good ball forward, Hamed Allah! Didn't catch it cleanly. Al Mawaf makes the save. Well, it's a good chance. Great move. Al Nassr's best move of the game so far. And Hamed Allah forces the save from the goalkeeper Al Mawaf, who's still to be beaten in the group, in the knockout stages rather. Al Nassr's best chance of the match so far. And they've got themselves a corner, the first corner of the second half. Abdullah's forward for this one. Headed away by Cano before it can reach Talisca. Nicely done by Al-Amri. There's appeals for handball against Al-Balahi. Only half-hearted, I think, Al-Amri. And his arms behind his back, the central defender. Yeah, good defending. Great ball forward. Hamed Allah couldn't apply the finish. Nice little flick from Fatah. Hamed Allah hit it first time. It hit the shoulder of Al Mawaf, but doesn't matter how you keep them out. Here comes the corner. Talisca's header! And Al Nassr level. The 10 men have squared it up at 1-1. And the man who's scored plenty of goals in the leagues, 5 in 6 games so far, gets a goal in the Champions League as well. And finally something for those in yellow to cheer. Nobody picked up the run. Al Hilal will be disappointing. They've been pretty dominant in the air at the back, but Talisca that time finding a way through. Abdullah was there as well. Past Al Mawaf. And Pedro Emanuel's side are back on level terms. Down to 10 men, don't forget. Anderson, Talisca makes it 1-1. Well, they're fired up now. Noise levels have just gone up by about 20 decibels, I think, inside the stadium. They were shell-shocked at half-time, the Al Nassr fans, after that late sending off and trailing by a goal to 0. But all of a sudden, that resilience that 10 men can often show in football is very much in evidence. Down the line for Nassr. Can't keep the ball in play. I think that may just have gone out as play goes on. It has gone out. That's the first goal that Al Hilal have conceded since the final group game against Al Ahly. Talisca, fouled by Shirani. It's not very often you get a local derby in the semi-finals of the AFC Champions League. All Korean affair to come tomorrow as well. Don't forget, for a place in the final as Ulsan Hyundai, the defending champions, take on Pohang Steelers. That one at the Jeonju World Cup Stadium tomorrow. Nassr. Shirani outside him. Wasn't a great ball in. Now Talisca will look to try and bring the ball away for Al Nassr. Hamed Allah. Fatah. Nowhere for him to go at the moment. Hamed Allah got back to his feet. That'll be a free kick for the foul by Kano. He's nowhere near the ball with a challenge. That was the original one from Hamed Allah that was allowed to continue by the referee. There can only be one winner. Extra time and penalties potentially. Al Nassr went out on penalties to Persepolis last season. Can either side snatch this or get another goal in the 90 minutes? Long-range shots over the top. That's wasted with so many yellow shirts forward. You can see Al Amri. Shirani. But the one thing about Al Hilal tonight, the difference between tonight's performance and the weekend, that Al Nassr have managed to shut off this man, particularly Salam and also Pereira, who were instrumental in that second half performance that saw them through to a 3-0 win on Saturday. Al Barak, Kano, just managed to stifle them through midfield a little at the moment. Jang, Al-Balahi, Salam, Nassr's continued his run. Came off the chest of Gomis. Eventually Al Nassr get the ball away from danger. It's aimed long towards Hamed Allah, comfortably dealt with by Al Burak. This is Shirani. Now Salman, the Al Hilal captain. Kano. Al Burak. Crossing took a deflection, which enables Al Nassr to clear only as far as Shirani. Salman. To thread that one back through for the substitute Shirani. Nicely done by Pereira. Salman. Jang Hyun-soo. Pereira. This is out everybody again, and Al Nassr will try and bring the ball away. There'll be a foul by, I'm not too sure whether it was Salman or Pereira that made the contact. Certainly Pereira's got a bit to say for himself. Yeah, just Pereira that got the flick on the ankles of Hamed Allah. Al Muef looking to try and get Al Hilal moving forward once again towards Shirani. Good ball onto Nassr, who's pushed into a more advanced role in the second half since Shirani's come on. Shirani's dropped in at left back. Nassr pushing into a wider midfield role. Talisca, the man who scored the equaliser. Hamed Allah. Trying to make room for the shot. Kano gets a foot in, only as far as Masharapov. Not seen too much of Masharapov in the second half. Did score twice in that 5-1 win over Al Wada at the weekend. Nice little flick from Talisca, who wanted it back. Al Mawaf makes the save, no one following it. To be tidied up by Al Balahi. Gomez putting Al Amri under pressure. Walid's a long way out of his goal. Pereira. Gomez looked to be offside, Gomez, but doesn't bring the ball under control. Assistants are encouraged to let the game run now, of course, and wait till the shot. Often you can see a shot that goes wide and then they put the flag up. If the ball goes in, there is the VAR check, of course, now to make absolutely sure if it's a borderline decision. Fatah. It's getting competitive in midfield now. Fatah's gone down. There's a late challenge on him, I think, by Nassr, which has not been spotted by the referee. This is Salam. Al-Barak. Kano. Salman. Shirani. Needs a bit of quality on the cross. Doesn't find it, though. Misses out everybody in the centre. And that will sail away for a throw-in. There was the challenge on Fatah. That was the shot at the other end that was just pushed back into play by Al Mawaf, but no one able to follow up. Jang Hyun-soo. Al-Barak. And Kano. Nicely played down the line for Salam, looking for Gomez, but he just pulled away and it was comfortably tidied up by Al Amri. Masharapov. Shot loops up, awkward one for the goalkeeper, but he kept his eye on it all the way. Walid. Gomez couldn't quite get close enough to mount a challenge. Al Hilal took the lead in the first half, 17 minutes. Musa Marega with a deflected shot that looped in over the goalkeeper. Ali Lajami was sent off for a challenge on Marega. Here comes Nassr just before half-time. Still going here, Nassr. Still going, Nassr. Just knocked out of his stride and the ball goes into the side netting. He's claiming a corner. Al Ghanam saying his piece as well. Didn't have too many options in the middle. They were a little bit slow, his teammates, to get up with him there. Nassr. He just lost his way slightly in the end and could only find the side netting. That equaliser coming 6 minutes into the second half from Anderson Talisca. Well, Hamed Allah's been caught by the high foot by Al Balahi. And the referee, well, he's got a decision to make. It's just a yellow for Al Balahi. Well, Al Nassr are claiming that that should be a red card, the same as the other end. It was a dangerous foot up from Al Balahi. Certainly a yellow card is the right decision. Got his eye on the ball. He wasn't looking at where Hamed Allah was. Played in both Saudi Arabia's internationals last week against Japan and China in their road to Qatar qualifying matches. Free kick to Al-Nassr. Dangerous position. Anderson Talisca is over this. Hamad Allah is in the middle of a whole line of blue shirts. Talisca might fancy a go at goal from here. He's got Al-Ghanam just in front of him, who's moving away now. 3 in the wall for Al-Muaif. It is Talisca. Look for that near post, but wide. With a change for Al-Nassr. Sami Al-Najjay is coming on to replace Abdul Fattah Asiri. So second change made by Pedro Emanuel. Fattah was a key member through the group stages. Hasn't been quite as influential tonight. Fresh legs on, using the substitutions wisely. Can make 5 changes, of course. They've made 2 now, Al-Nassr. Al-Balahi, man who was booked a moment or so ago. Both central defenders have been booked now for Al-Hilal, by the way, Jang Hyu-sung and Al-Balahi. Came off Sami, the man who's just come on. Given away to Kano. Salam. Al-Barak. Pereira. Not too much movement up ahead at the moment. Gomez has been starved of a little bit of service tonight. His bid to continue this fantastic goal-scoring record in the competition. Al-Balahi. Salman. Nicely threaded through towards Pereira. Al-Barak. Gomez goes near post, pushed away by Walid. Nobody following up again, and Sami gets the ball clear to Hamad Allah. Nice turn away by the Moroccan. He's got Talisca up with him. Oh, he's just overrun it. Allows Kano to get back, and then Jang will just help it back to his goalkeeper. Nice little bit of skill there by Hamad Allah. Didn't quite work out for him in the end. This is Kano. Now Salam. Al-Barak still going forward. Ball in, took a deflection, gathered again in by Walid. Well, he's got forward on a number of occasions tonight, the fullback. Comfortable save by the goalkeeper. Hamad Allah was trying to get through the centre, looking for any ball that came across his way. Al-Abaid was the man who had the shot. The man who's playing at full-back, Musharrapov, had just dropped in to cover him as they tried to mount a counter-attack. Al-Hilal. Shirani. Pereira. Now Salman. Approaching the halfway point of the second half. All square in the semi-final. Salman swung it again towards Shirani. Chip back in, it's a free header! Oh, it's a great chance, which has not been taken by Salam. Well, he scored a couple of difficult ones at the weekend. That was a relatively straightforward one to try and hit the target. Nice play by Shirani. Just stood up the cross, but well, Salam couldn't get over the ball. Didn't head it cleanly, it's wide of the target, and to not hit the target from there will be disappointing. So he scored in both of the knockout round games so far, Salam Al-Dosari. Both sides have put plenty of balls into the box. The service has been decent for those in the middle. Abdullah's header. Cano. Pereira. Be a foul. Very clever at drawing the fouls, Salam. Sharipov just reaching for that one, and he was never going to reach the ball. Pereira knew where the challenge was coming from. And this might be a dangerous position here for Al Hilal to try and capitalise in front of those Al Nassr supporters massed behind Walid's goal. Created a really good atmosphere tonight, really good local derby feel to this one. Al-Barak with the free kick, cleverly played towards Gomez but cut out by Al Abaid. Well read by the substitute. Al-Balahi. Jang. Al-Barak. It's good defending from Al Nassr. They're not giving Al Hilal too much space at the moment. They are down to 10 men, don't forget. Cano. Shirani. Everybody giving that little bit of an extra 10% to make up for the last man. Or the lost man, rather. Shirani. Nicely played on again towards Nassr. It's in behind everybody, though. Yellow shirts will mop this one up and try and come forward themselves. Hamed Allah on the chase once again. And the wife is a long way out of his goal. He'll allow that one to run. It won't quite run into the area, though. Plays it short to Al-Balahi. Sixth time in the semi-finals for Al Hilal, don't forget. Such a great record. Being stifled here, though. That's Salam! Oh, he's found a way in! I think Walid thought that was dropping wide. But the man who missed the header just a moment or so ago, Salam Al-Dosari, keeps up his record of scoring in the knockout round. It's 3-3 now. And Al Hilal are back in front. Well, the yellow shirts are silenced once more. Walid seemed to think this was dropping wide. Just watched it, and it's dropped inside the post. But it's taken a deflection again off Abdullah. That's the second time the ball's deflected off the captain. Deflected for the first goal, deflected for the second goal. It looked like it was spinning wide, and all of a sudden, it's just turned inside the post. And Al Hilal are back in front. Salam Al-Dosari gets another goal, another important goal. And Al Nassr have to start all over again. Well, he didn't score a single goal in the group stages, Al-Dosari, but he's now scored in all of the knockout round matches. Hamed Allah has been penalised for the challenge on Al-Barak. That's a foul, clearly. And there's a little bit of frustration around for Al Nassr. They'd got themselves back into it, down to 10 men. But that little deflection off the captain has just helped the ball into the net, and you can't legislate for that. 17 minutes to go. Al Hilal 17 minutes away from a place in a AFC Champions League final. The 2019 champions. 10 men. Al Nassr have put up a brave fight, and they're not finished yet. They will fight right to the very end. Al Ghanam, almost caught in possession by Nassr, recovered well, flicks away from Shirani, wins the throw. Al Hilal have eliminated Saudi opposition from the competition in their last two matches. Al Ahly in 2019 in the round of 16, and Al Ittihad in the quarter-finals of the same year. The year they went on to win it. Al Nassr played against Al Tawan and Al Ahly last season, winning both those games. Can they come back in this one against Al Hilal? They have won the last two meetings between the two sides, don't forget. Well, it's Al Ghanam just stopping Pereira in his tracks in a yellow card. Again, can't have too many complaints about that one for Sultan Al Ghanam. Another player that was involved in Saudi Arabia's matches against Japan and China. He knew what he was doing, just blocked off Pereira. Well, Al Hilal are making a change. Bafatimbi Gomez is coming off, who's been kept fairly quiet tonight, in fairness to the Al Nassr defenders, a man with such a fantastic goal-scoring record. It's going to be Saleh Khalid Al-Shehri that comes on. Just looking at Salam Al-Dasari's record in the knockout stages, he's been directly involved in scoring 7 goals in the last 7 games in the knockout stages, 5 goals and a couple of assists. Been now involved in scoring 4 of their last 5 goals in the competition, 3 of them scored. Making his presence felt once again. This is Salman. Jang. Pereira. Looking for Salman. Abdullah and Alabaid between them, managing to stop him. Blue shirt striding forward once again. This is Sherry, who's just come on. Salman. Abdullah with a challenge. They can't get the ball clear, though. Kano just forces Salam out wide. 3 waiting in the middle. Ducked underneath by Nassr. Shirani back in again, and offside. Halts the play. Bowled out quickly. Here come Al Nassr on the break. Sami. Hamed Allah. Good defending by Al Barak, just stood his ground. And a good ball as well. Salam. Pass just lacked a little bit of pace to reach Shehri. It was Abdullah that tied it up. Hamed Allah. Driven across, cut out by Al-Balahi. Now Salman. I've had a little bit more of the ball. 55% for Al Hilal. Shirani. So we're going to see a double change from Al Nassr. Al-Barak. Kano. Now Salman. Oh, Hilal just happy to slow things down to walking pace. Pereira. Salam trying to play that one towards Shirani, I think, but overhit. Here come the changes. Al-Salayam is coming off and Al-Hassan is coming on. Musharrapov, who's been a little ineffective tonight, is also going off. Those 2 goals, he couldn't match that up last time, and it is the Cameroon international Vincent Abubakar, who's coming on. And who played for Besiktas last season. Only joined at the start of this season, made his Al Nassr debut on the opening match of the Pro League season against Damak. Scored the only goal against Teraktor in the round of 16. Can he get on the mark here to potentially take us into extra time? He's got 11 minutes to go. Talisca. Al-Ghanam. Cut out by Nassr, or Nassr rather, Sherry. Nassr's racing forward, might take a man with him. Sherry gives it back, little lob. Oh, it's off the bar from Nassr. Still alive here. Salam. It's quite strong enough in the challenge, but a real let-off again for Al Nassr. 3-1 surely would have meant the end of their challenge for a final place. But the 10 men are still in this if they can keep some pressure on. Al-Ghanam. There's too much on it. Al-Ghanam won't keep it in play, and those in blue behind the goal will hit the goal kick. Great chance for Nassr. Well, he could only watch it hit the top of the bar. Just had a little bit too much on it. Didn't quite get the dip at the end. Nassr's just injured at the moment. Played 5 of the 6 group games. Nassr. There's the opening goal from Mr. Marega in the first half. You can see that he was well onside in the end if you look at where that blue line was drawn. There's the equaliser from Anderson Talisca for the 10 men. But then it was another slight deflection on Salam's shot that just set the ball spinning. It looked like it was going wide. Walid thought it was going wide, but it just spun inside the post to put Al Hilal back in front. Shirani. Away by Al-Balahi. Abubakar. Salman. Al-Barak. This is Kano. It's got Sherry through the centre. Here is Sherry, just flicked off the head, but nobody behind him. Don't forget the other semi-final coming up tomorrow. Pohang Steelers and Ulsan Hyundai, the defending champions. An all-Korean affair. The Koreans will travel to Riyadh. Whoever wins that game, the final will be in Riyadh on the 23rd of November. Whichever of these teams are to make it through, it will be a special atmosphere. At the moment, it's Al Hilal that have 1 foot in the final, the 2019 champions. Chase on here for Nassr once again. Here he goes, Nassr. Good challenge. Well, Amri had to get that one right. Very good tackle by the central defender. There's a corner. They're not committing too many blue shirts forward for this. Pereira just having a little look round to see who's in an advanced position in the penalty area. Just a third corner of the game for Al Hilal. Taken by Pereira. Headed away by Al Amri. Fouled in the back of Sami. Nassr just jumping into the back of the substitute, hence the free kick. It's been a remarkable record for Al Hilal when you think that every season since 2006, except for 2018 and 2020, they've made the knockout stages of the competition. Al Nassr looking for that equaliser again. Al Muef gathers the ball and will take as much time as he can off the clock. Both teams will be resuming their league campaigns at the weekend. Another yellow card. Well, Amri, this time, the man who made that great tackle just a few moments ago, goes into the book this time. Both these sides are locked on 12 points in the table at the moment. They're 5 points behind the leaders, Al Ittihad, who, again, will be in action at the weekend. It's Al Barak that's suffering with a bit of cramp. I think he might have to go off. I'm not sure they'll risk a player that's picked up a little bit of cramp. Al Abeid just trying to help him along. Al Nassr are making a change. Al Ghanam is coming off, and Khalid Al Ghanam, spelt slightly differently, he's coming on. Changes for Al Hilal as well. Nassr's coming off to be replaced by Hamad. Pereira's also coming off, and coming on is Mohamed Jafali. And there's one more change to be made. Maybe a bit of confusion with the paperwork, as can often happen when there's multiple substitutes. But those Al Hilal fans starting to realise that the final's within their grasp. So Al Barak, the man who suffered from cramp a moment or so, has also gone off to be replaced by Madala Alalayan. Only played 3 minutes in the group stages against AGMK as an 87th minute sub. 2.5 minutes to go plus added time. Al-Balahi with a free kick towards Salam. Ahmed Allah and Jang having a real tussle between them. Al-Balahi, well, he's hoisted that one. He's got a lot of height on that. Abu Bakr will challenge. Nassr hasn't gone off, by the way. He was the player that was subject to the confusion. Al-Hassan, Ahmed Allah. There might be a break on here for Al-Hilal. Salam did well to stay on his feet under the challenge, still going. Stopped by Al-Amri, fairly, says the referee. Nassr looking for an equaliser that would take us to extra time. Abu Bakr. Ahmed Allah went for the spectacular but couldn't hit the target. Nice ball played in by the substitute Abu Bakr. And he just didn't catch it cleanly, came off the outside of the boot. This was the run at the other end of the challenge, which was allowed to run by the referee. It's a good challenge. Won the ball cleanly, Al-Amri. There's another player gone down with cramp. They've made all 5 substitutions now. It's Nassr, the man who we thought was going off a moment or so ago, that he's now struggling. Nassr feeling that the Al-Hilal players are just doing this on purpose to run time off the clock. The referee will add it on, of course. Well, now the change will be made. They didn't actually bring Hamad on. Before, they only made the 2 changes, but Hamad is coming on now. So Nassr, who hit the bar. Spectacular sight when the Al-Hilal fans do that. One side of the stadium is on its feet, the other side is just stunned into silence at the moment. We're into added time at the end of the 90 minutes. 5 minutes to go, so there might still be a little bit of a lifeline here for Al-Nassr if they can get the ball forward. Nudging the back of Abu Bakr, gets a free kick for Al-Nassr. This might be a chance to get the ball into the danger area. And this is where they got their equaliser from, a header from Talisca. He's in there again. Abdullah there, the captain, is forward. Abu Bakr will provide an aerial presence too. This might be the last chance that Al-Nassr get to try and put Al-Muwef's goal under pressure. All about the delivery. Everybody back behind the ball for Al-Hilal. Well, there's too much on it. It's gone all the way. Won't be kept in by Al-Ghanam. Just over hit. I'll be disappointed with that. Well, they've given every ounce of energy in the second half. Al Nassr down to 10 men. The Jami, don't forget, sent off just before half-time. They came out, they trailed by a goal to 0 at half-time through Musa Marega. They got level through Anderson Talisca. Salam Al-Dasari putting Al Hilal back in front with 19 minutes to go. And they might be on for a second or third here. This is Sherry, could be in behind. Abdullah's got back to make the challenge. Still Sherry trying to stay on his feet. It's gone wide for a goal kick. The referee wants the goal kick taken again, to the annoyance of one or two of the Al Nassr players. Al-Ghanam. Jang's header. Salman. Sherry's through again. Once again, great defending by Al-Ghanam, the substitute. Now, what can they create into the final minutes of added time? Just comes off Shirani. Well, they've pushed Al-Amri forward. Great challenge to stop Sherry in his tracks. Al-Ghanam had to get that one right. No margins for error. He's got to go into the box. It's Al-Ghanam to launch it forward once again. He's come down. Oh, what a chance. It's wide. It's Abdullah, the captain, who can't believe it. It's dropped to him in the penalty area. Now, Al Nassr claiming that there was a foul on Abdullah. Well, the ball dropped. It was a glorious chance. There's certainly a big appeal going on from Al Nassr. Abdullah's put it wide when, well, 9 times out of 10 he'll hit the target. Scuffed the shot. Al Nassr is still complaining about something. They've checked it, apparently. Hamad Allah says, well, the referee, you could lip read there. He said they've checked it, there's nothing wrong. I didn't see anything wrong either, to be honest. I think it was more in hope than anything else. They were appealing for maybe a push or a foul or a pull inside the penalty area. We've played the 5 minutes added time. Al Muef with the clearance. It's just a matter of seconds now. Sherry. Cano. There goes the whistle. Al Hilal are into a second AFC Champions League final in 3 years. The 2019 champions have beaten off a brave effort from Al Nassr, who were played for half the match with only 10 men. Musa Marega scored the opening goal. He'll be pleased the final's not for a month or so, because he looks to be hobbling quite heavily there. Al Nassr had Lajami sent off on the stroke of half-time for a foul on Marega. Anderson Talisca levelled things up in the second half. The 10 men got back on level terms, but then he was the man who loves playing in knockout round matches, Salam Al-Dasari, who popped up again with his 3rd goal in the knockout stages this season to put Al Hilal back in front. And they will be in the AFC Champions League final on the 23rd of November. Al Nassr fall at the semi-final stage for the 2nd consecutive year. Another heartbreak. The new coach, Pedro Emmanuel, the man who's only been in charge for 2 games, just couldn't come up with anything in the second half. But against 11 men, the 10 gave their all. And those in blue will contest the final against either Pohang Steelers or Ulsan Hyundai, the defending champions, on the 23rd of November in Riyadh. The atmosphere will be special, and those fans that have turned out over the last 3 days to see their side and given them plenty of vocal support have a final to look forward to, and the chance for their side to become champions of Asia for the 2nd time in 3 years. Great atmosphere, the local derby atmosphere, and in the end it was Al Hilal that came out on top. Full time here at the King Saud University Stadium. Al Nassr 1, Al Hilal 2.